Hello. It's nice to meet you. So you saw my ad and were curious, huh? No, it's no problem at all. Let me explain. So I would provide you with housing as I do expect you to live with me. I will give you an allowance, a salary if you will, and I'll feed you. In return, you must feed me. No, silly. You don't have to know how to cook. See, I'm a very special individual from a very special bloodline. I'm what you would call a vampire. However, I'm not like the ones from stories or Twilight. No, I don't sparkle in the sun. I sleep in a normal bed, not a coffin. May I add, I don't ever think I could sleep in a coffin. Ugh, that sounds really uncomfortable. I also don't hate garlic. I actually can stomach human food, granted only a little at a time, and it doesn't really satisfy me. But I enjoy garlic quite a bit. I guess I do live a little longer than humans. In fact, currently I am 200 years old. Pretty young for vampires. Of course, now that I've told you all of this, well, let's just say you better take this job. I'm pretty strong for my size. Your hours are very irregular. Most of the times I feed at night before bed. You'll be allowed to leave the house when you please, but please try to be back for my nighttime feeding. You may not bring anyone here nor tell anyone about your job. If you need a cover, you can simply tell people you're a live-in cook. If you ever need anything, food, clothes, shoes, don't hesitate to ask my butler William. His family has been serving mine for generations, and he's a very reliable person. Of course, on the rare occasion I go on a trip, perhaps to see family or for a conference, I will need you to come with me. You have the holidays off, but a bag of blood will need to be extracted beforehand. I dread drinking this way as it doesn't have that fresh, warm feeling to it. But it will have to do. Now, a bit more about myself. Hi, my name's Elizabeth. I have one older sister and one older brother. I'm the youngest in my family. I was born a vampire. There are some new changed ones, but they're kind of feral, and we consider them low class. You'd catch me dead before being around one of them. We vampire born stop aging around 18, I think. So you couldn't really tell that my mom and my dad are older than me. My family originated from Europe but left for the New World. We have to move every so often as to not arouse suspicion about ourselves. I can also speak a lot of languages from living around the world. Je peux aussi parler en français. Huh? What do I do for fun since I'm so old? I wouldn't say I'm that old. I enjoy things like movies, I suppose. Sometimes I go to school, high school or university depending on how I feel, and I complete another diploma or degree. Uh, huh? Love? Um, I don't, I haven't ever really, I haven't ever really had a relationship. See, I don't really talk to other vampires that much, and most of my friends are human, and love between humans and vampires is strictly forbidden. We live a lot longer than you, so it just doesn't really work out. And typically, changing people can be dangerous not only for the human, but also for the vampire. You could kind of think of it, like a bee. When we sting someone with our fangs, we can inject fluid rather than sucking it in. And it can be hard to stop. If you don't, well, the vampire dies from losing too much, and the human can possibly die from an overdose. It's also extremely painful. Changing, that is. It's not illegal for us per se, but very punishable by the High Council. So while we do try to have relationships with humans, we mostly regard them as feeders. You seem pretty calm about all of this. Do you have any other questions you want answered? More about the people that work here? Yeah, of course. Well, William and his wife and son are the only other people that work here. I can't trust anyone else other than their family. Like I mentioned before, their family has been serving mine for generations. His lots of great grandfathers had battled alongside my father. They ended up becoming great friends, and my father saved his life but revealed his true identity in the process. Back then, vampires were well known to exist, and this could have been very dangerous. We aren't immortal, just a bit more difficult to kill. However, since he had saved his life in the process, my father's friend had pledged allegiance to him and to serve him and his family for eternity. Since then, they've been helping us. I remember when William was a tiny boy and always fought with me, saying he didn't want to grow up and serve us like his father, and his father's father, and his father's father's father. Yet here he is, obedient as a dog. William's family, however, lives in the guest house in the far back of the grounds. You will be living here with me in the main house. Oh, I think I've blabbered on enough. So do you want the job? I'll give you a minute to think. It's a big decision after all. Although I guess not too big of a decision. You'll take it? Oh, good. I had to terminate my last feeder as they'd violated some of the rules. That's none of your concern. I believe I have enough blood to last me until this weekend. William will fetch you and your belongings Saturday. Well, until then, goodbye.